Good morning, YouTube. It's me, Ravenflower. Going through some stuff. Wanted to talk about it quickly. And yes, I know my camera is turned vertically, and the reason it is because you're in a little holder that is very close to my face, and my face looks very bad when it's turned the other way. So I have turned the camera vertically because I'm in charge and I can do what I want. So you're going to have to deal with it. I'm talking low because it's still quite early here. It's about 6:30-ish in the morning. Been up since 5:30 this morning. Couldn't really sleep. I did sleep, but not well, I guess. You're probably listening to Luna chew a bone in the background. It's not me, obviously, and you can hear her chewing, but you know what? She's happy and she's occupied, and I'm all about that. I'm all about that. Oh, there's a big bone too. Anyhow, so yesterday I got to see the surgeon, and he was a very kind man, very nice man, very intelligent man, had a lot of knowledge, and answered a lot of my questions, took some time with me. It was really good. If anybody out there has a diabetic family member or is struggling with diabetes, it is really a difficult disease to manage. It's hell. Every little thing can affect your blood sugar, every little thing. So you're always chasing the goal, I guess, is how I feel sometimes. This can be overwhelming, and you can't stress out, because if you stress out, then that will also make your blood sugar raise up. Because I'm hurt right now with this hernia, or hernias, I should say. My blood sugar is raised. A little stressed at work. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen right now, and as far as stamina wise, I just don't really give a shit. I really just don't care. And there's a new board coming on in a couple of months. There's an election and ballots that have to go out next month. There's just so much stuff that has to happen, and I'm just like not about it. I'm just not about it because I just don't really care. I mean, there's an element to me that does care, and I'm that kind of person, and I'm that kind of worker that cares about everything way too much. Even when I go home, it is just how I'm wired, but the stress of this particular job, and I think it has more of the fact that, COVID, on top of there's a lot of elderly people in our community, especially where my office is, that get really like nosy in everybody's business, complain for no effing reason at all. COVID has made them have way too much time on their hands. I don't know what they need to do. A hobby, I don't know, but it's been bad, and my patient's pants are gone. They're just gone. They flew off. In fact, my patient's pants tore a seam mid-COVID, and that seam has ripped further and further, just like my hernia. I'm telling you. Anybody who's out there, customer service, which office manager and HOA vixen is customer service. I'll tell you, I've got the escrows coming up. So like my work has shifted. In the winter time, it's a little bit, I can get some stuff done. Now there's all this activity down at the clubhouse where my office is. My office shares the clubhouse. It's a little room inside a greater room. It's a little box inside of a greater box. And people are everywhere. We are reopening the clubhouse today. And I'm nervous on how that's going to go. here in Washington State, you are no longer required to wear a mask if you're fully vaccinated. But the problem is people are not asking for verification of vaccination. I know I just went down a rabbit hole and I was talking about my surgeon, and I will get back there. But this right here is why I have a difficult time doing live videos, because I can't track my own damn thoughts when I'm just being recorded, let alone trying to answer questions or see comments and respond to comments as they come flying in, because my head is like a swirling mess. It's a mess. I apologize. And I thank you very much for being a subscriber this late in of the game. Oh my God. Okay, so all right, where was I? So we're reopening the clubhouse today. There's a lot of stress that's happening at my job. I'm nervous, and this no mask rule now, and there's no verification, and it's like taboo to ask somebody if they have been vaccinated. You wait for them to volunteer this information. I have a little button machine, and I think I'm gonna make buttons that says fully vaccinated. Or maybe I'm going to buy some buttons that say fully vaccinated, and I can like hand them out so I can feel better about things. But then it's like Harry Potter, and I feel like the Ministry of Magic. And I'm like, but how do you sort out the liars? How? I don't know. So there are certain places, like if I'm going to a very people-y type place, like I did yesterday, went up to Coopville and Oak Harbor, because I had the surgeon appointment. That's about 45 minutes up the road from here where we're at, which here where we're at is an extra 20 minutes on anything, because we're sort of out of the way at the very end of the island and over to the, what is it, the bottom right. You know, we're down here in a rural area. So we went to the grocery store because I had to get all of this healthy stuff. Life changes. And I'm masking, and I noticed that there's like hardly anybody wearing masks, and Bear and I are the only ones that are masked up. And I'm just sort of looking around, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I'm feeling better about being masked up, because I just can't take the chance. I just can't take it. I've already had so many illnesses. I'm not a healthy person. I've never been a healthy person. And Luna, please leave the cats alone. Luna. Ugh, this is constant. It's been constant this morning. She's after Katie. Her and Katie have been fighting all morning long, and I'm just done with it. Ugh. Luna, where's your bone? Get your bone. Where's your bone? Go get your bone, baby. Go get your bone. She's looking for her bone now. Anyhow, so masking. And now Luna in my face. Hi, Luna. Get down. So masking in public. So in Oregon, you have to show proof. I know this because we were down in a McMiniman's property last month. I want to say last month. Yes, last month. I think. Yes, May. And you have to show proof of vaccination. You got to bring your vaccination card, show proof, and then you get a wristband at like the McMiniman's properties, and then you can run around mask-free if you choose to do so. There were some people that had masks on that I felt better having another mask, having my mask on. I just kept it in my pocket. I kept it close because I'm just like, I ain't playing. I'm just not playing. So I was telling, I've always been a ill kid. I can't remember a time when I wasn't sick, even when I was younger. And I think it's just sure feistiness that I have made it this far. I don't know. My friend Christine got me this necklace that said, and I'll put a picture of it after I edit this, put a picture of it. She's like, you know, welcome to the badass club kind of thing, and having my back and stuff. It was super cute and super, I just like, she blew me away with this little gift. I went to get my nails done, and as you can see, it's for Pride, and there's like different color glitter. So this is my little Pride nails, even though I'm not going to any Pride events because most of them have been canceled or rescheduled until October, and I'll Pride again is what I'll do. Anyhow, this ramble, I'm just rambling on. Anyhow, Christine had got me this little badass necklace, and I just broke down in tears after I got in the car. I didn't want her to see me cry like that. She sees me cry a lot. So I just so appreciative of having I have very good friends. I do. I have good friends here, and I'm opening myself up to being more vulnerable to those friends and allowing the friendship to go deeper, which is something that I don't do well because I've been burned a lot by various people, and I just have my crew and I stick with my crew, and it's like you've got to earn that vulnerability. Working on it. I'm working on it. I'm growing every day. Anyhow, okay, let's get back to the surgeon situation. So, diabetes. Diabetes can be a motherfucker, and it has been for me. I was first diagnosed with diabetes, actually pre-diabetes, back when I was just after 30. I'm 46 now. I'm going to be 47 in September. And I was in my 30s, and I should have saw it coming because I had a diabetic pregnancy, or what do you call it? I'm not sure I'm using the term correctly, but they do a test in your pregnancy. You have to drink this orange like soda drink, and then they have to go test your blood sugar after a certain time and all this other stuff. So they do this test, and I came back as pre-diabetic with my first pregnancy, my son that I did an open adoption for. So that, and there's a big fly that just flew right past me. That's what I'm looking at right now. It looks like a huge mosquito, but luckily I'm covered up. Anyhow, so yeah, I was diabetic or diabetic pregnancy back when I was 18. So, and they had told me, they're like, hey, if you don't check yourself, you're going to wreck yourself. And sure enough, I did. So when I had my tonsils removed as an adult, because I had a lot of throat infections and things, Bear was giving me all these like ice cream shakes and things like that because my tonsils were removed and my blood sugar was out of control. I have issues with anesthesia as well. I don't handle the anesthesia well, and after the surgery is done, or in the same thing with pain meds, they make me incredibly sick. And I throw up and throw up and throw up. It's disgusting. And really not great when you have some sort of abdominal surgery, which has been pretty much my life. I have had double digits in regards to abdominal surgery, which is why I'm in this hernia mess. And Luna just gonged the chair over here because she's playing with her rope and her bone. She's a mess. So sorry about that. So let's get to the nitty gritty. The nitty gritty is, saw the surgeon yesterday. My A1C, because of the depression and the other stuff that we have talked about previously, when I had Crimson Fire on Truth Talk, I had openly admitted that I was having thoughts of suicide and almost took myself out around Mother's Day. Not something I'm proud of. It is not something I'm proud of, and I feel ashamed when I talk about it. Really working through a lot of these kind of, demons that have just sort of compounded. I thought that I had taken care of some things, and life just gets in such a mess, but I understand that because of the COVID pandemic, people having lockdown, being a customer service representative in this time has been one of the most challenging things I've done in my life. Um, Trying to keep a straight face and not throat punching somebody is a real thing, and it takes an emotional toll on you. And not being able to see the kids when I want to see the kids, and having 20 somethings going and doing their own stuff and sort of forgetting about you is just the name of the game. They're emancipating and doing what they need to do. And you turn around and you're like, well, you had given and sacrificed the majority of your free time and life, and it totally encompassed them. And now you look around and it's like, where are they at? Like, what am I supposed to do right now? What I'm supposed to be doing right now is taking care of myself, and I hadn't been. And I really let myself go. I wasn't being consistent with my meds. I was just sort of like doing the very bare minimum. I wasn't taking my oral meds the way I was supposed to. I was just giving myself insulin whenever I thought my blood sugar was high. I wasn't reading my blood sugar or taking my measurements hardly at all because I don't like it. I'm looking into the Libre 14-day system, which is like a little sensor on the back of your arm. I'm not exactly sure how this works and if my insurance will cover it, but I'm looking at it. So instead of me having to finger prick myself 3 to 4 or 5 times a day and testing my blood sugar, this way it's a constant monitoring for 14 days. And that way I can just take my phone and scan it over the sensor and then see it in real time. And it's like up-to-date readings. Up-to-minute readings. And I'm super excited about that. So I'm looking into that. But yeah, I was eating everything in sight. I was on the COVID diet a lot longer than most people. And, you can't eat chili cheese fries and pizza and macaroni and cheese and all this junk. And, I'm not 20. Newsflash, you're getting older, Raven, and you're not 20 anymore. Not 20. And you have diabetes, and I ignored it because my blood sugars were so high. They were really high. A normal blood sugar or a normal reading blood sugar, generally you want it to be below 200. You really want it to be like 150-ish, below 150 or around that. If you can get it lower than that, even better. But an acceptable reading for me, my doctor said, would be around the 150s. And fasting is the goal as far as waking up in the morning and taking your blood before you eat or drink. And you want to take that reading. And when I went to the ER Memorial Day weekend, it was the day after Memorial Day, my blood sugar was almost 400 something. It was pretty bad. So I was almost hospitalized for that, but they didn't have enough beds. And so they just said, look, we got to get you into your doctor right away. And then obviously with the pain level I was in is also a contributor of why my blood sugar was so high. And the fact that I hadn't been consistent on my meds also brought up another issue. So I have fatty liver now. And yeah, I probably have been drinking too much, but I don't think that it has to do with that. If you look and do some research, and then also my doctor confirmed it as well, that when you have out of control blood sugar, it can cause fatty liver because the fatty deposits of everything you eat pretty much gets into your liver. I'm not a doctor. I can't describe this. I can't articulate this well. But yes, having a fatty liver as a diabetic usually is a direct correlation or a direct response or effect from having uncontrolled blood sugar. Also, having uncontrolled blood sugar can do a number on other organs. So obviously my liver is taking a toll right now, and also your heart. Um, there's so much that can happen. And I just wasn't taking care of myself. So now back to the surgeon. Go to the surgeon. And he's a very nice man. And he's just like, look, he's like, I know that, you've got to have this done. He's like, you're not in the life-threatening situation right now. So this would classify as because I don't have organs coming out. And it's gross. I know. Hernia is basically a tear in your abdomen or your groin area. It is not in my groin, but most men get them in their groin. Poor men. I'm so sorry. So this has to do with a old scar, and I have a protruding tummy, and I have weak muscles in my tummy, and because I've had so many surgeries in this particular area, as you get older, the muscle gets weaker, and I hadn't been doing any core strengthening exercise. God forbid I haven't been doing any of that for probably a good year, maybe probably a year and a half. And because of my scars, all of these scars in the scar tissue, I sneezed and broke open an existing hernia that I didn't know I had, then tore another one next to it. And they are very close to my gallbladder surgery scar. So that's a thing. It has nothing to do with the surgeon that had done my surgery before. It is just my body type and what's happening right now, and the diabetes is making it worse. So my A1C was ridiculous. A1C is a test that they do every 3 to 6 months, and it will give in a kind of like a compilation or like a overall view of what your blood sugar has been, like a range, and it was really high. Generally, you want it to be like a 7, an 8 is acceptable. Not good. I mean, not great, but okay. And mine was a 13. That's really bad. That's the time when my eyesight can start, and I am having some problems with my eyes. I probably need new prescriptions for eyeglasses. So it's going to take out my eyes eventually. And there's just so much going on. I mean, if you have a diabetic family member and you see what they're going through, please don't. I mean, I have family members that sort of look at me and they're just like, why is it so hard for you to manage this? It is a fucking moving target constantly, and every little thing, anything you eat, anything you drink, it could be good, it could be bad. If you skip a meal, if you don't get enough sleep, if you're stressed, I mean, you can try to eat healthy, and if you had too much fruit, certain vegetables, there's so many contributing factors. Not enough exercise, too much exercise, injury, illness, all these things are contributing factors, and it sucks. And I thought when I first got diabetes that it was like going to be a damn death sentence. And then I'm just like, I feel fine. I can do what I want. It's catching up to me. So again, back to the surgeon. So because my A1C was so high, my blood sugars were so high, when I went into the ER, he's like, I can't do surgery on you right now, and you're going to have to wait. And when this A1C gets back down to a normal range, or close to a normal range, you can call me and we will schedule surgery. But right now, if I did surgery on you right now, it would be deemed as elective because you do not have any strangulation or dead tissue coming out of your hernia hole. I have a hernia hole. It's not like a dolphin. Not like a dolphin. It's not a blowhole. I'm not a whale. Some days I feel like a whale. However, I've got chub. I've got fats poking out is what's happening. And so it's something that can be managed. It's not life threatening right now. I need to still wear my brace if I'm picking up my activity. I need to be very cautious in regards to my activity, and I need to not be lifting, and I need to not be exercising, and I need to just really take it easy as much as I possibly can. And I have to get my A1C down, because if he were to do surgery on me, I would have a tremendous probability of infection, and I would not heal, which is probably why right now I'm hurting so much, because the raw edges that I broke open or tore, the extra tear spots, aren't healing because my blood sugar had been so high. So I have been working hard. I know I've been rambling now for 26 minutes. I have been working hard to try to get my blood sugars back down to a normal range. And because I have been eating healthier, it's like a roller coaster. So I've been taking in more previously. I've been taking in more caloric intake. My husband made this epiphany last night, because I'm roller coastering. So, like, I'll have high blood sugar, and then it goes super low to a dangerous point. And now I'm going, instead of hyperglycemic, I'm going hypoglycemic and in a dangerous range. So last night after dinner, before bed, I have to give myself my long-acting insulin shot. And I take my blood sugar, and I'm shaky, and I'm not feeling good. And this actually happened the day before too. I'm not feeling very good, and I'm like, how can I give myself more insulin when my blood sugar is 56? 56. Drops below 50, and you're in a danger zone. I was already in a danger zone because I'm shaky, and I can feel it like in like my core. It feels really weird when it happens. You get a little bit of like blurred vision if I were to just go to sleep and my blood sugar continued to tank. It's coma time. Yeah. So my diabetes is really kicking my ass right now. It is really kicking my ass. And so I had to eat something. I had some low carb snack and a little bit of fruit. And then Bear kind of monitored me for a bit. And I was doing okay. So then it got back to 116 or something like that. I'm like, that's something I can deal with. So went to bed, had my long-acting insulin, and woke up this morning, and my blood sugar was 167. I think it was 160 or 165, something like that. I can't quite remember, and I don't have it next to me. So anyhow, so I'm on the road to get that managed, and I have been working tremendously hard in the last 2 weeks to try to get that managed. I go next week on either Wednesday or Thursday to go get my next blood sugar test. It's only been a little less than a month, but my primary doctor, is trying to get me back on this horse. I see him again on the 1st, and hopefully I will be able to log in and see what the new A1C is. So right now, my situation is a bit prolonged. I'm doing what I can to just sort of like stay still. It's not fun. My garden is a mess. It is a goddamn mess. I have stuff overgrown, not trimmed, weeds coming up. I honestly want to put paper up around it or something like that, and so that people can't see it because I'm so embarrassed. But it is what it is. I'm gonna do my best to eat healthy and do my best to be consistent on taking my blood sugar and my meds. And I'm making better choices for myself. I'm going to try not to be stressed out while I'm doing work. and I am going to be able to make it to work and build up some sick time because I've almost depleted it. I have some hours, but I've almost depleted my sick time, and I got to get that built back up. And I've got like only 10 hours left of vacation time as well, which I'm trying to save for holidays, or if we should be able to actually travel and go see a grandkid. That would be wonderful. I would love to go to Texas for a time and just maybe a week, 5 days. I don't know. So, a long weekend. I don't care. I would love to see my grandkid and my other kiddos. It would be nice. It would be really cool. I'd like to go to HEB. I love HEB. HEB. And probably Rudy's Barbecue. Although I just said that I was going to be eating better. So there is turkey. There's turkey. Delicious turkey at Rudy's Barbecue. There's no salad, though. No salad. There's coleslaw. But you avoid that because that is packed full of sugar. You don't want that. Anywho, so that's that. So I am going to be managing my blood sugar the best I absolutely can, taking the best care of myself. I will be doing some spell work in regards to my health and manifesting a healthier lifestyle for myself and trying to let go of these bad habits, not trying, doing, letting go of these bad habits and really recharting my journey, taking that compass and really looking at it and seeing where I really need to go and not thinking that I'm 20 anymore and handling myself with great care instead of doing that for everybody else. So, what does this mean? This means for Ravenflower Designs, that stuff is on pause right now. I do have things that I have been working on in regards to artwork type stuff because it's good therapy for me. But as far as spell candles, spell kits, anything spell work at all, I can't responsibly do that because my energy is not good right now. I'm pretty tired. And I'm barely making it through my work days at this point. Also, in my downtime, I am planning the Witchy Meet and Greet for Coopville, and things are going quite well there. There's quite a few people that have purchased tickets already, and like they didn't even wait until the September 4th to pay their invoice. They just paying it. I'm shocked and amazed. Not shocked and amazed, but I mean, I'm grateful. I'm blown away that, everybody is being so awesome. And there's quite a few locals, and then there's quite a few people that are just coming from everywhere. So that is really neat, and excited to meet some people that I've been wanting to meet for a really long time. Happy about that. So these are things that I can do while sitting down and being good to myself. And yeah, I'm doing stuff. It's not the best news, but it could be far worse. And I'm glad that I have a team of doctors that are looking after my well-being instead of like, oh yeah, we could do the surgery just to have like another notch in their belt. I'm happy about that. And my primary doctor is pretty dang amazing. He's a little younger than the doctors I've had in the past, and I think that he's got new information. So adjusting my meds and doing other stuff has been great when I actually follow his advice. And that's just being real. That's just being straight up real with y'all. So I'm grateful. Things could be a lot worse, and I'm just gonna take this as a bit of a win. But so more than likely, I'm going to get this blood sugar down based on my morning fasting read today. I'm on the right track, and I want to keep that momentum going. Grocery store, boy, I had all kinds of stuff in my cart that just looked amazing. And then, I mean, it was like Health Central, man. It was very low carb. It was high fiber, low sugar. It doesn't look like a whole lot of fun, but I've got to kill these sweet cravings big time. And I've got to basically reinvent myself in a healthier way so I can be around longer, so that I can plan the next witchy meet and greet, so that I can do some shit, because I want to, as Madam Adams says, I want to fuck it up. I want to fuck it up in a good way. I want to really do some stuff now that I've managed my empty nesting, now that I know that my kids love me, but they don't need to be like in my face all the time. Now that I do have a job that is, at least the people that manage me at my job, you know, it is a blessing. It's also a curse sometimes. But, you know, I'm setting healthier boundaries with my workload and trying to focus on quality things and trying to just really take some time out for myself and not beat myself up about it. Really good. I'm making some strides. I'm doing some stuff. I really want to not get past this, because it's not something that I'm ever going to get past. It is something that I'm going to manage for the rest of my life. But I do have the choice to make that lifetime short and miserable, or long and healthy and happy. And so I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Not gonna deny or ignore myself anymore. I'm gonna just be a happier me and work towards, I'm gonna continue my counseling. I'm gonna continue my healthy habits. And once I am past the surgery, get into a better plan of exercise that would be more appropriate for me, and not try to be a weightlifter, because that didn't work out, and it's not going to work out for my body type. Knowing that I've had all these surgeries, it's not going to work out. But there are other things that I can do to make my life better, and so that's a thing. And with that, I am going to finish my cup of coffee and get myself some breakfast and start my day. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for being supportive and listening to me ramble and watch me go through the highs and the lows of my life in the last 6 years. I really believe in this community. I really think we're a bunch of really awesome people. People might think we're crazy as fuck, but you know what? I really like us. And I am dedicating myself and my time for a witchy meet and greet every other year. And I am dedicating my life to this practice and this journey. And one day I will have a brick and mortar shop. One day I will have everything that I wanted. Everything that I wanted, and I'm going to manifest it, and I'm going to work it, and I'm going to be the best version of myself possible, not only for myself and my friends and my loved ones, but for the universe. I was called here and brought here for a purpose, and I've been ignoring that, and I'm going to get back on the horse, and I'm going to keep fighting, because that's what I do. So I'm going to start scheduling truth talks again. So if there is somebody that you want me to interview or reach out to, let me know. Put it in a comment. I've got a couple of people that I need to get to. Yeah, so be look for that. And I hope that I see you at the West Coast Witchy Meet and Greet. And if you're needing a ticket for that, email me or private message me. And Luna is done with my video. She's done. So I guess I gotta go because she's going crazy. Are you going crazy? Are you? Use crazy pup? Can you talk? Will you talk for the camera? What are you gonna say? 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 Hey, Luna. What you gonna say? Oh, she does this. What are you gonna say? Sweet potato breath. Luna, talk. Hey, you're being rude. Don't be rude. You licking the camera now? She's a mess. I'm gonna go. Love you guys. I gotta take care of this dog. This pup. Love you. Bye.